this is a very important moment because we want to invite one of our major partners. Elimu, as I said, we partner with schools and colleges and other institutions that are related to education. Today we have the Tveta. How many of us know Tveta? Right. Tveta, because as we think about, maximizing our facilities, I think we also need to think about Tveta. And the authority actually are our chief guests, and they have invited in extension a chief guest from Netherlands. And so I'm quite delighted to invite a representative of the authority, Susan, to come and tell us shortly what the authority is about and how it relates to us as schools, private schools and private colleges, and then invite our chief guest. Thank you.
Thank you so much. As you have been told, my name is Ndebe. I work with the Tveta Authority. I got this invitation and I said I will have to appear, though I may not stay for long because I have other commitments. But so far I am grateful that we are here. With me I have a team from Netherlands. They have been working very closely with us and they are wonderful ladies. So what I'll do, I will give a brief about Tveta and Tveta. Then I will leave our chief guest, Linda, and Trika, yes. So first of all, I am very grateful that you know about Tveta and Tveta. As I can see, a number of you are our partners. We have been meeting in your institutions, and therefore I am grateful that I'm here once more to remind you of the role of Tveta. I would start by asking about what is Tveta. Tveta is Technical Vocational Education and Training. And in Tveta, we have stages of institutions, beginning with Vocational Training Center. Vocational training centers are the former youth polytechnics or village polytechnics. You remember them? But I know Madam can explain to you the process that the names were changed so that we are able to value these technical training institutions. When it was a village, the other people used to think it is meant for the villagers. And when it was a youth, the older people could not go to these institutions because they were thinking they are meant for the youth. So now, we are in vocational training centers where anybody can train. And as you know, with education, there is no limit, isn't it? Yes. So with vocational training centers, we have entries that begins from class 8. When you finish your class 8 and you have not joined from 1, you can go to a vocational training center. Meaning you are not a failure, you are only starting from that point. Others can join at Form 4, you finished your Form 4 and you feel you have a soft heart for carpentry. Then you go and pursue that carpentry in a vocational training center. You start from that point because what we advocate for now is progressive learning. You can start from having a grade 3 as somebody who left in class 8 and joined vocational training center. You finish grade 2, then grade 1, then you go and do artisan, and finally you do your certificate, diploma, degree, up to master's and PhD. So we advocate for for progressive learning, starting from vocational training centers up to the universities. That is one stage of vocational, technical training institute. The other stage is technical training institutes. This is where we have technical training institutes now being built in each and every constituency. And therefore, these are those who have finished Form 4 and they have not joined university, not that they have failed, but they want to start from that point. So they join technical training institutes, do their certificates, diplomas, and then after that, they can go and do their degrees and masters and up to PhD. We also have national polytechnics. The national polytechnics are around 11 in Kenya. So far we have registered 9 of them. We still have 3 more that we are going to register. Now, in national polytechnics, we have those who are taking certificate courses, diploma courses, and even have to higher diploma courses. Once you are through with the higher diploma, or diploma, you can start your degree and move on. And finally, the other stage is Kenya Teacher Technical Training College. We have one in Kenya, and this is KTTC. KTTC, they train trainers. Those who have done their diplomas can join KTTC to become teachers. And from there, they are able to go and be employed by TSC to teach in technical training institutes. So those are the stages. I know we have universities that are technical in nature, like we have 2. You remember it was Kenya Polytechnic, isn't it? Yeah, see now it is 2. And this is also a technical training university. We have other universities that are also with us, though they are not actually under technical, but they are courses which they do and they are technical in nature. So you may find at Strathmore University having their courses, but there is a department distinct that is doing technical courses. So those are also universities that we register. Now, who is Tveta? Tveta is the regulator. I may take a lot of time if I have to explain the genesis of Tveta, but I will summarize by saying that in 2013 an act was passed, and this act allowed the formation of Tveta, SIDA, National Qualification Framework, Funding Board. Some of them are not yet on board, some are just starting, but Tveta and SIDA has picked up. Now, Tveta will regulate training in technical training institutes. What we do is, once you start your college, you invite us by doing application to us to come and do the assessment to see if you are qualified to offer training. And we process the application and do acknowledgement to you that we are going to come anytime from now. And when we come, we look at key areas. We look at the course which you are requesting or you have applied for, and we look at the teachers, the kind of trainers that you have. Are they able to train in these courses? So if we realize that you have qualified teachers, you have enough facilities, then we can register you. There are cases where you can say you are doing food and beverage, for example. But when we come to in the institution, we realize, first of all, you may have a trainer, but you don't have the kitchen, you don't have the serving area. So in that case, we may not register you. There are many things that we look at, and that is just an example that I'm giving you. And therefore, we request all the training providers to register with us by inviting us to come and give you a second look of your institution and tell you you are qualified to do these courses, or you have to improve in this area, or completely you have to do an overhaul. Cases where institutions used to give internal certificates. We have tried to work on it. We are doing away with it completely because those certificates cannot take your children anywhere. You will give them, you have used, they have paid you a lot of money, but they cannot move anywhere with such kind of certificates. And so if you are found that you are still having internal process where you award student certificates, then I think the law will work on you. But I'm not threatening you. I'm encouraging you that you try and invite us to come to your institutions. There are cases where we have closed down institutions, not because we don't like them, but it's because they are not following the law. So in summary, I would say that Madam said that we have so many graduates in the country. Some of them are not able to do anything, not because they didn't go to school, but they did not take the right courses that can enable them to work on their own when there is no white-collar job. So we say Tibet is the way to go. And I therefore take this opportunity to thank you so much.